Okay, here we go. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys like these ride with me videos. They kind of pertain to what I want to talk about today, which is your time. And I had mentioned this before, and as y'all know, I'm trying to get my life back under control, right? And one of the things that I have neglected was my YouTube channel. Excuse me. So I started doing these ride with me videos talking about whatever happens to be on my mind that day. And today we're going to talk about the value of your time. So, you know, some people can tell you what the value of your time is, and other people will tell you what, or you can decide what the value of your time is, depending on the circumstances. So obviously, if you're working an hourly wage, your employer is going to tell you your time is worth this many dollars per hour, right? And that's how you get your salary or your wages. Excuse me. And then, you know, if you're an hourly employee and you work above the required normal 40 hours, you get time and a half, because now they're cutting into time that you hadn't committed to that job, right? So that's pretty easy to understand. Or if you're like me and you're self-employed, which I don't really charge by the hour, but there is a factoring in of the value of my time. So when I do a bid on a job, I say it's going to cost this much. Now I know in the back of my mind pretty much how much it's going to cost. And you know, like here we have a lot of huge houses, and most of the time I can tell them, you know, it's going to take me probably 4 or 5 hours to do it. And so in my mind, I know per hour what I'm going to be paid, but I tell them it's going to cost a certain amount of money. And so if I get it done less that time, you know, etc. So that's basically our work life. We have a pretty good understanding of the value of our time when we're giving it to, I'm going to say other people. And by that I mean people who are not in our circle of family and friends, okay? And I guess, you know, that applies too when you're purchasing people's time, like doctors and lawyers and therapists and other people who might come to your house and do work. But the other time, that unscheduled time, quote, I'm going to put in quote, unscheduled time, because I was thinking about something I had heard or read, and it was Teddy Roosevelt. And we all know he was a very busy man, and he did so many things. I mean, he had a very well-rounded life. But somewhere along the line, I don't remember where, I had heard on his schedule every day, I think it was like at 3 o'clock, he had a block of time, and he put something on it like meeting or something kind of vague, but it was on his schedule every day at 3 o'clock for an hour. And that time was actually a very valuable block of time, because he didn't have a meeting with anybody. Well, he kind of did. I mean, that's whatever it was he put on there. I can't really remember the exact wording, but that time, that hour of time, he used to spend with his kids. So that was important to him, and he made sure that every single day he had that period of time to be with them. And I don't know what he did, if he played with them or he just talked to them or checked in with them to make sure that they were doing what they were supposed to do. I really don't know, but I do know that he deliberately scheduled time to be with his kids. And so what it's got me thinking about is, you know, it's so easy when you're on your off time to get caught up in things that steal our time from us, like Netflix. Netflix is a big stealer of time, or just TV in general, or you know, just stuff that you do that's not really productive. And you know, you can multitask. I like watching movies and things like that, and it's great, you know, if you can put something on and wash your dishes or fold your clothes or write out your bills or whatever it is that you have to do. There's another time factor, right? You got to pay your bills on time, or you pay a penalty and it can ruin your credit. But using that time, or I'm sorry, gosh, I got a tickle today. Scheduling blocks of time to do the things that you normally have to do, whether it's spending time with your family. I mean, a lot of people schedule like date night, for their significant others, or I know even people do play dates. But what about scheduling that time and making it a block of time every single day? Say it like at the end of the day, because that's a bad time for me. I'll just put it that way. By the end of the day, I don't want to do anything. And that's when things start getting neglected. And it usually starts like sometimes 3 or 4 hours before I'm supposed to go to bed. I'm done, or I feel like I'm done. But if I had maybe a block of time scheduled where I take care of all those things that are getting left behind, just the little maintenance things like washing the dishes, picking up, maybe running the vacuum, straightening up the bathroom, all those little things that get behind because I just don't feel like it. So that's what my thought is today, is that maybe it would help if I actually put on my schedule 1 hour to just get the house in order, get things in order, I should say, maybe, the last minute tie up things for the day, going over my calendar, looking to see what I have to do tomorrow instead of waking up in the morning and say, oh my God, I forgot I had to do that today, all that kind of stuff. Just take that one little block of time every day and make it a ritual. It's an important part of the day, right? It's the last part of the day before you go to sleep and wake up tomorrow and have to start all over again. So I don't know. It's just a thought. Anyway, I would love to know what you think about that. Please, give me your thoughts. Give me a thumbs up. Tell me what it is that you religiously put in your schedule every single day to help you manage your time besides working. And I'll see you again. Bye-bye.